It's Eric Gjede, and I'm here on behalf of the Connecticut Business and Industry Association to support House Bill 5607. And I think history demonstrates why this proposal is so critical. You know, after the 2008-2009 recession, the state had to borrow more than $1 billion from the federal government to ensure every unemployment claim was paid out. And while the state takes out the loan, it is the business community and the business community exclusively that has to pay back the loan. And this was no easy task by any stretch of the imagination. And for every year that the loan remained unpaid, not only did our federal unemployment tax rate go up, but we were also hit with special assessments. And then finally, after 6 years, we had repaid the loan. Connecticut was one of the last states to satisfy their loan, but thankfully we did, and we were able to start rebuilding the reserves in our unemployment fund. Now, many other states saw the wisdom in ensuring their own unemployment funds returned to solvency. And back all those years ago, many chose to use their state general fund dollars to help reduce the principal or interest on the federal loans, because they realized the less money businesses spent on interest payments, the more they could reinvest into creating jobs, which were so critical back then, just as it is now. Connecticut, for whatever reason, chose not to assist businesses in any way. And unfortunately, it seems history has repeated itself. We have faced another downturn in the economy, and we have again needed to borrow from the federal government in order to ensure every person receives the unemployment benefits they are rightfully owed. Frankly, even if our fund had been solvent prior to the pandemic, we would have needed to borrow. It is our hope that given the different circumstances surrounding this downturn, lawmakers would consider helping reduce the federal debt, just as so many other states have already done. To date, 24 states have used coronavirus relief funds to help with unemployment debt. The states of New York, California, West Virginia, and Kentucky are actively engaged in discussions with the U.S. Treasury to verify they can deposit American Rescue Plan Act funds. And the reason, of course, is because it helps alleviate a crushing debt, the higher taxes, and special assessments on businesses at a time when so many have been closed for months and can least afford to take on new obligations. The Unemployment Compensation Trust Fund is critically important to ensure that we can provide benefits for future workers who become unemployed through no fault of their own. And we truly appreciate this committee contemplating getting the system back on its feet, just as so many other states have done. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Yes, Senator Austin.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And Eric, thank you for coming today. Can you just send the list of the 24 states that allowed the usage of coronavirus funds for this, and any conversation or documents that you have that talks about the American Rescue Plan, because we have been told that that will not be an allowable expense, and I'd like to see where it has been so that we can hit back on that. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank
May I
you.
just respond, Madam Chair? Senator, the states that have used the coronavirus relief funds are listed in a chart in my written testimony. And I understand that has been a common interpretation of the American Rescue Plan Act, that you can't use it to reduce tax rates at any point, but I think this might be slightly different because it is being used to satisfy a debt, that's taken on by the federal government. Obviously, we will all be awaiting guidance in the coming days to ensure that, but any available funds that are left over from prior relief packages would certainly be appreciated, and really the business community is looking for a little help. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. And I just saw the list of states. So thank you very much for providing us with that information also. Thank you.